Stupid Zoom.
I heard that.
Good morning, Holly.
Good morning, everybody that's here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Jim.
Good morning.
Morning, Jamie.
How is everybody?
Wet.
Yeah,
But that's
you're
it.
living
It's
under a sheet over here.
a sheet.
Yes. It's so
Uh-oh.
white outside, you can't see anything.
Well, at least this beats us being too dry and have the possibility of fires, doesn't it?
I'm
Yes.
happy to see it.
Yes.
Morning, Doug. See,
Morning, thank you. My stupid video was not working and never is. So
It
I
is
hope
working.
I hope everybody's good. Thank you. Yeah,
We can see you, Doug. What can't you see?
no, I can see everybody.
Oh, okay.
It just was
Right.
not. Yeah, I just never mind. Yeah.
yeah,
I'm just lucky if the computer turns on when I get here.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh God, thank you. So
morning, Jason. Is everyone on? Do we have Carol, Howard?
Everybody that has requested to be entered is here. I'll give you a roll call. City Hall, Doug, Gordon Brand, Holly, Jim, Debbie, Jamie, Karen, Ed Style. That's who's on right now.
Thanks.
So we're just missing Carol and Harry.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
There's Harry.
Y'all believe it's almost June already? I cannot believe it.
Right.
yeah, it's hard to believe.
Oh,
Gee.
good morning. Morning, Harry.
Morning. What's hard to believe?
That it's almost June already.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe next month we'll be complaining about how hot it is, and
Yes.
we'll appreciate how cool we had it this month.
Yes. Well, why don't we go ahead and start the meeting? What time is it right now? 10:03?
In 03, yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and start the meeting. And I guess the thing is called order is first item on the agenda will be approval of the minutes. Has everyone had a chance to read the minutes from April the 28th? If so,
I've read them. I think there's certainly accurate. If there's a typo, it's easy to figure out what it was. I move we approve them.
okay.
Second.
Second, okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you. Very good. Let's go back then to the discussion items. Doug, marketing update.
Hey, first off, I'd like to give my condolences to Ed Morley, his family. Ed was one of the first people I met there years ago, and as I'm sure y'all all got to enjoy. Yeah, his personality is, I mean, he just made you feel good. And so I was very sorry to hear that he had passed. So, but it's always nice to have good memories of people that certainly, you know, making a stranger feel welcome, and he certainly did that. So that was was sad to hear, but certainly part of life. So,
Yeah.
all right, let's see. what we can do here. All right, I sent you guys everything yesterday in terms of what we're doing, and we'll start off with the short 30-second video that Steve and I have been working on to promote the July 4th event there at Sky Valley. We had talked about this last time, and Holly came up with a good idea about doing this, so I think it's great. So Steve and I worked on this, so it's partially photos, partially videos, and it's short because you don't want it, you want to just get across your message and send this to different people. So we would love to put it on the website if that's possible somewhere, so people can just kind of get a good feel about the day. And then what I'm going to be starting to do, and we'll talk about some more in just a second, is I'm going to send these type videos that we're going to be doing out to a couple things. Our database that we send out to Drive Time, and certainly North Georgia mostly, and then also to my media people. So this will be something that they will get, not just words about another club or resort or whatever it may be. So the nice thing is, as I mentioned before, getting the word out to the media has really been a big factor, and it takes time, but we are getting a lot of great feedback about Sky Valley. So I think these videos will help. So this is the first one, and we just picked July 4th, as we just talked about. It'll be here before you know it. So we would like to promote, and just whether people think about coming or nothing else, they can just say, hey, wow, look what Sky Valley does for the 4th, and the beautiful fireworks and the parade and the cookouts, and so I think this is going to be good. And so then Steve and I will continue to work on short videos that will just benefit. We can do other events. I know you don't do a lot of big events. Certainly we can do something with the fall and the fall festival and all the hay bales and how Sky Valley looks so beautiful during that time. But we will put something together. We will send it to you guys, and y'all can put it again where we can just have different places that people can go, and maybe under events on visit skyvalley.com, ga.com, wherever you want to put it. We don't care. We're just going to put it together, and it's probably going to be a mixture of, like I said, videos and photos and different things. So we are open. This is not Steve and I, hey, this is what we're going to do and this is it. So we would be open to any ideas, any other, hey, this month we're going to do pictures of, trail walking, where we're going to do pictures of homes to promote, real estate, even though there's nothing for sale, but you got to keep promoting things like that. So we will mix it up. It's certainly not going to just be about the golf course or whatever, but so I am open to ideas. Y'all could please send me an email. I'm sure Steve and I would love to hear from you and go from there. So we have started there, and Gordon and I, we'll be talking about this, but we've been talking, and Steve and I are going to be back up there in June, don't know when, but soon, so we can start taking some things. And then Gordon, as you know, is going to be our liaison of what we can do. And certainly Steve and I have already been working on ideas and thoughts, and getting different pictures, again, different, but we got to concentrate, as we talked about last time, we got to concentrate on activities, stuff at the clubhouse, outside, pickleball. Would like to do some more croquet stuff, things that are people we're going to be able to showcase to people out there, and certainly would do both photos and videos. So, and we'll talk more about, I'm sure, Steve, and photography in a few minutes based on the agenda. All right. I mentioned this last month, Fred Alvater from Ohio will be there June 20th to the 22nd. We've already set him up in one of Bill's houses, already done, booked. I mentioned this to send out whatever. So he's going to play golf. We don't know a schedule yet. I don't know what time he's coming in on 20th. But he's going to be doing some videos and photography, and Fred is like the guy up in the Midwest. He's got Ohio, Michigan, Indiana magazines, different magazines, and they're all different. Okay, so they go to different people, and great guy. And then he's got a podcast that he does that he's going to be doing some stuff with that. So we talked about, we want to promote, he is bringing his wife who helps him with the videos. But we would love for you, some of you guys, to meet him. I'll probably come up and play along with him, or certainly ride along with him when he plays golf, just to kind of talk to him. Certainly, he's important enough to spend some time with. We'd like to have him meet in the clubhouse, and for whatever. He doesn't have to have every meal. I'm going to tell him about Dillard and what's up at Highlands, and he can certainly check that out, as we would like for him to, based on, we want him to drive people to this area and know about what all there is to do in Rayburn County. So he will do a lot, trust me, with Sky Valley. And I just put a number to this that's in the email essentially, but if we tried to buy this, and just not saying we would, but let's just say we went to him and said, hey, we'd like to buy an ad or advertorial in each of the magazines and on your podcast, it would cost us $20,000 or more. And so now we're getting it for little or nothing. So this is, again, the best way to help promote Sky Valley, because it's great. These guys can write about it, but if they can see it, and I know I've said this before, and touch it and feel it and whatever, they're going to go back and do a great job promoting us. But then they're going to know, because they've been there, and they're going to be able to talk to other people. This is how Fred found out from somebody else about Sky Valley. So this is how these type guys can continue to promote us long after he's gone. So very excited about that. And I'm sure we'll be keeping in touch during the month because it's, 3.5 weeks away. So want to make sure he does that. Still sending out the email blasts every month to different states around Georgia. That's just to continue to get the name out there. Georgia's highest and coolest city. Whether they look at it, not look at it, they're getting it, going out to media people and companies. And then Sky Valley, if you saw the newsletter, again, was one of the members of the month for May. It goes out to 150,000 travelers, golfers all around. We send it to different, parts of the United States, mostly all on the East Coast. Certainly Southeast, Georgia first, Southeast second. East Southern Golf's one of our new media partners, and I've talked to him. He's going to do a story on Sky Valley in the near future. The deal with this is you have to get on their editorial calendar. They just don't call you and say, hey, can we do this? But they're the ones that Apple News picks up their columns on Thursdays in the sports. So if he's doing something on golf or whatever, Apple News will pick it up, and they have the connection, and it's on Thursdays. And just having, people, I don't care where they are, just having it alone and being able to say that, hey, Sky Valley's been on Apple News, so that's great. New England Golf, ditto, same thing. We've got a schedule for this summer for them. I would love to get this guy down to Sky Valley and Georgia. As I said, New England, we get a lot of people from the Midwest and New England, certainly snowbirds, but coming down. That's how the Robert Trent Jones Trail has made it. They advertised in the Midwest, and these golfers come down and go over there. So we know, we've done research, and the state's done research. So we know where people are coming down to travel to Georgia to vacation. And so New England, as they come down I-95, we would love to get him. He's in charge of 5 states up there, and he does all kind of things. So, but just to get into the New England golf is what we have talked about doing as a partnership is going to be fantastic. We will continue to showcase, as I mentioned, the real estate side there. And you don't ever want to stop marketing. I don't care if you have the best product in the world and you're like, we don't need to market anymore, we're good. No, you're not good. That's the reason, we've gotten you there, or whoever, and I'm not saying you and I, but people, and then they'll just drop marketing. Well, that's the worst thing in the world. You need to maybe even do more just to keep people aware of what's going on in North Georgia. And hey, we're looking for a home. Well, let's check the website at Sky Valley, and wanting to look up there. And so I'm working with a couple of real estate groups down there that we're going to hopefully be able to showcase Sky Valley in their magazine with a editorial type thing. Certainly doing social media on all the LinkedIn and Twitter and Instagram and all those, just putting stuff out randomly during the month. So things are good, excited about where we are, and this is how you look. You kind of look at how you start, and it takes a while to get grinding, and then you start seeing some things working. And so from my point of view, we're rolling, but we're not going to stop. We're going to come up with new things and talk to new people, and just continue to promote Sky Valley in ways that people can find out more about it. And certainly I know there's plenty of lots up there, so we'd love to sell the lots and go from there if there's no houses available. But appreciate all the support. It's great. You guys are great to work with. Fantastic, certainly. And some people just, it's marketing. They don't care. They know, but they're not nice or whatever. So I do appreciate the camaraderie that we have built, and appreciate you guys can get in touch with me anytime and ask me any questions or any ideas, any advice, anything like that. I'd be glad to take in, look at. I'm here to help you guys. So anything I can do, we will continue to do. So there you go, Gordon.
Thank you. Let's go back and
Doug,
revisit a couple items.
Can I ask Doug a question?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, we're on to the next agenda. Sorry, no questions. That's if I'm Holly and I'm a political person. So questions from the crowd? No, thank you. Yes, please.
You stimulated a thought about how we would refine our focus on New England. We're not going to get New Englanders in the summer, and so because they've got our weather in the summer. In the nastiness of the New England winter, I would think it would be a little hard to compete maybe with with Florida and South Georgia golf courses. On the other hand, our spring is a lot better than the hot springs you get in Florida and South Georgia.
Right.
And our autumns are,
Kill.
they've got autumn up there too.
They do.
I'd love to get more retirees coming down
Sure.
from New England, but maybe our spring comes a lot earlier down here than theirs does, and I don't know. I'm just trying to.
Yeah, no, it's a good
Little and
point,
little.
Jim. And it's certain, trust me, I have had to compete with Florida for decades. And why do you want to come here to Georgia and not go to Florida? And there, we could talk about this subject for a long time, and certainly don't mind talking to you about it on the side. It's just things you have to do. First, you just got to let people know that one, you guys are there, and they need to know that. And so by getting these media people there that we've been able to do and continue to do that, that's good. Now, then we tell a story, and we can tell all kinds of stories. Now, you certainly heard that people get to Florida and they figure out, whoops, too hot, need to back up a little bit. So we have told stories of, and there's a word for it, and I can't think of the name.
Reverse migration.
No, it's a cute,
Out migration.
It's a cute phrase, but oops, too far or something. But and so we've targeted those people who want to come back up to North Georgia and enjoy great weather all year. And other than a few days that y'all have up there, I mean, you can play golf, pretty much 12 months out of the year.
Absolutely.
So that's the story. I mean, we've told that story. Hey, you can come play Georgia, play golf in Georgia 12 months out of the year. So it's just continue. First off, you just try to continue the story, and then you can branch out and figure out, who you want to talk to. Retirees, for sure. They're tired of the North, they're tired of the cold, they're tired of the high taxes and all the stuff up there. And Georgia is just a great place to live. So
You think we
even though
Thank
some
you.
other people might not think so.
think we
Yeah.
please,
I won't mention any names, but
Great.
Harry, did you want to say anything?
no.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Harry, come on now.
Yeah.
It's
I do
your
wanna go-
time to chime there, baby. Chime in.
I do want to go back, talking about the 4th of July. How do we go about? We all had a chance to look at his video. It was really super. Did you all look at his video? We were talking about the 4th of July video. That was just
I'm
outstanding.
sorry. I tried to, I was pounding on it and trying to
Ah.
make it work, and I couldn't get it to work. And then when Doug was talking, it sounded like he hadn't done it yet. So I'm a little confused.
I
No,
didn't,
yeah, I mean, Gordon saw it, Jamie saw it. I don't know. It shouldn't be a different link there, Jim. I'll be glad to resend it to
Well,
you.
after the meeting, I'll go back and try again.
Okay. Let me know, and I don't mind resending it to you, but that's why I double checked and sent it to all you guys to see if you can see it. And when I heard from Gordon and Jamie, they said, yeah, they saw it and looked great. Then the link works. Sometimes, when you forward a link, it doesn't automatically work. And so, and I'll talk to you a little bit more when Gordon talks about Steve a little bit and how we could do some things so you guys can see it all the time. So.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's these short clips that I agree with you.
Ed, you're not talking. Why are you muted?
Ah,
can
You
you hear
don't want
me?
to talk to the Ed. You can't just shake your head. You have got to speak your mind.
Can you hear me?
Trust me, he will.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Well,
Charlie, how about hand him a cup of coffee?
yeah,
Yeah. Hey,
No,
get
no, he's
the
the
mayor
coffee
to
guy
get you
here.
another cup of coffee there, Ed.
well, back to the event, after we looked at it, I think.
Hey,
it's
Gordon.
outstanding. Yes.
Oh, he
Can you
speaks.
hear me?
now.
Can y'all hear me?
No, we can't hear you at all. No.
But I wanna-
I'm like Jim. I could not get that link to work at all. Can you
Oh.
send it to me again?
Yeah, I'd be glad to.
Thank you.
I don't understand how it works with some and not works with others.
Well,
But
if you're gonna send,
I will make, and then y'all just let me know if you got it, because I'll get Steve
Yeah.
to figure out
Well-
another way if it doesn't work.
okay, if
The
you're gonna
second
send it
part-
to Harry, send it to me too. But I'm thinking that there's plenty of possibility for user error. So,
Oh,
Well,
well,
I-
it's, trust me, I'm the one that usually has that problem, as I said earlier, but.
Speak for
Well-
yourself, Jim.
Well, is anyone to see the quality and of the images? It's just outstanding. I mean, it's just something there. And I guess that my next point is, how do we get it? Again, I don't know the technical part, onto our website. I think these are things we want, access
Yeah,
stuff. How do we do that?
That's y'all do that. I mean, you just
Yeah.
have to give it to the person. And so what we're gonna be able to do is, I know a lot of you have asked questions about, hadn't seen some of the photos or videos of where gonna go. So I've talked to Steve, and we are he's gonna come up with a similar program, but certainly something, and we're going to send this out to every time we come up, okay, and not necessarily I'm going to come up with them every time, but every time we take photos or videos within the next 2 days, and I'll be glad to let everybody know. And then Steve and I just talked, and he said, yeah, I will give them a link where they can go right then and see all the photos and videos. So you're going to be able to now, whenever you want to watch it or see it, you're going to be able to see it. And then we'll just continue to add, and then we will have easy access to, picking out what pictures, or if y'all say, hey, I like this video, let's use this or this photograph or whatever. So we want to make it simple for you guys. We were trying to do a link that, I don't know, I got out of the middle of it, and then Jason got it, and Jason put it on, or had somebody put on a certain place that y'all could go in, and I know Jason sent out the link a couple of times where we can send it. So we're going to try to make it really easier for you guys to see everything, but you will know every time that there is a photo that's downloaded, uploaded, whatever you say, and y'all can go in there and look and see what what we did that day or days.
Right.
Back to the 4th of July. That's what we need. That's what we need to showcase that type activity. Now I know that's you don't do a lot of those, but those are the type things that we really need to focus on, where we can do little videos, other photography, certainly again in the clubhouse, outside the clubhouse, other parties, anything like that. That's the kind of stuff that will sell Sky Valley.
Ed, when is the POA Welcome Back party? Maybe that would be a good event for us to videotape.
It's Sunday evening, June the 5th at 6 p.m. at the
Okay.
clubhouse. The other things is, why don't we have a city calendar that has all the activities, like the Sid Weber Golf Tournament in August, and the Fall Fest, and the croquet tournaments and other golf tournaments throughout the city. It seems to me like we should have a city calendar of all events.
I think that would we could put that on our visitor website. Could we not, Jason?
Yes, we have a place for that.
We have a place for that. Okay.
We're just in progress with all this.
Okay.
Great. That'll be helpful.
Totally. How long is I guess we're asking it. I know, Doug, that's what you were originally looking at, our events, and you couldn't find it. I totally agree with you, Ed.
Yeah, I mean, you want that calendar full so people can see, hey, what's going on, and then have all these videos and things that they can just click on and say, oh, this is what they did 4th of July, or the Fall Festival, or POA meeting, or pickleball, or whatever. So.
Right.
Well, Doug, do you think Steve could come up and film on that June 5th event?
That's what we have to get these calendars out there. So
Right.
certainly I can ask him and see
Okay.
what his schedule is, but he knows the clubhouse is mainly full on the weekends. So, and so he's the one that continues to push me to, hey, we got to get stuff at the clubhouse. So
Also, there's the Memorial Day POA breakfast. That's always wonderful.
that's this Monday. I don't have a clue, but
Okay.
again, you gotta, we gotta know ahead of time just to make sure everybody
Right.
can do what they do. So I will definitely ask the mayor.
We'll go back, we'll be discussing this a little bit later on. The second part was a Fred.
Now,
okay.
Harry, what were you showing? Harry was just showing something I couldn't read. What was it?
Hey,
What?
you talking to me?
Yes, sir. Were you not
No.
just showing something on your video?
No, I don't have a video. No, I just,
I mean, your little pretty face that's on the video right now. Were you showing something?
oh,
Okay. I
sorry.
thought you had a piece of paper up showing us something.
Great, thanks. We'll be talking more about later on in the meeting. The second part was Fred Altvater Media. This is a big deal. How do we get this thing going? Should be a point person. And Harry, I know the club is closed. Some discussion. How are we going to accommodate that? How do we get meals and so forth? So you can showcase the club. And then we also have area, we have some meal expenses we're talking about. There probably should be a point person here. And I know, Jim, you've been involved in this class. So this is big and we've done this before. Suggestions on that, Doug, how we can organize this?
Well, that's again, probably more internally in terms of the committee and who can,
Yeah.
it's, I can talk to him till the, cows come home about Sky Valley, but him hearing from, the owners, I think if y'all remember, Dave Dalbert came up,
Yes.
one of the early ones, and some of y'all played golf with him and, I think had a meal or whatever. And, so he talked more about that than anything else. Hey, it was great to talk to them, get the inside scoop. That's what these guys want to hear about. Why are you there? Why are you living there? What's so great about Sky Valley? Well, nothing better than an owner to tell him that.
Yeah.
Hey, okay, guys. I do have a meeting today with the clubhouse committee and with Roy.
Yeah.
And if we could get a more specific time on what Fred wants to do the 20th through the 22nd, as far as his availability for golf and meals, then maybe we can make arrangements to have a meal at the clubhouse with some locals and, visit with him at that
Yeah.
time. But I need to know when he's.
And that is in the works. So
Okay.
he is, I don't know if he's, a lot of these guys, if they're up north or down, I had another great couple that approached me to do some really big stuff. And so I had met them in January at the PGA show, and they had done a couple of things for me, but I had never met them. So they're coming up from Florida and they're going all the way up north for the summer, but they're going to run around and do things. So sometimes it's just hard to, and it didn't work out for them to stop this time. They're going to stop on the way back in August. But I will have you something. So I don't know if he's coming in the afternoon. I'm right now, my hands are tied, but Harry, I know that's something Gordon and I've already talked about in terms of, schedule and things like that. And then I'm sure he's going to be open. So he's going to, want to do whatever, see whatever and go from there. But it would be great if we had kind of an internal person too that would head up something like that. So when we have these people, that they're met, they're, hey, this is what we're going to do. Here's where you stay in. Here's, some information on Sky Valley. We're going to have lunch for you at this time, and we're going to play golf, and then you're on your own tonight. And, here's Highlands and Dillard and So he doesn't expect
At all.
anything. So Roy, you want to say something? No.
Yeah.
But I will get something
Okay.
to you, Harry and Gordon and whoever wants to take this on.
Yes.
General idea of his arrival and departure, and then cell phone number, and then we can deal with him.
Got it.
Good.
Can handle that.
Okay, so as a follow-up, that'll be our follow-up. I'll get involved. And then I know Jim has been real estate. There's things we did before that were really well, you know, someone to showcase him going around the community. Yeah. Good. Okay. That's a follow-up. Maybe a week, we'll know something sooner or better because it's coming.
Yeah,
up.
no, I mean, I've reached out to him, so
Okay.
I'm sure that's what he's trying to figure out. Well, if I'm gonna be
Okay.
driving all the way from Ohio,
Yeah.
am I gonna stop there first? Am I gonna be in Georgia, the night before, so I can be there in the morning? I'll find that out.
Okay, and Harry and I will be involved on it and take it from there. Okay, let's talk about the website report, Jason and Jamie.
I'll
Go for it,
just,
Jason.
okay, well, I'll be honest, a lot of activity on the Visit Sky Valley website has kind of gone, unfortunately, to the wayside since we lost Rhonda. I've been trying to do what I can with everything else I've got going on, but I'll be honest, most of my priority has been to the maintenance of the actual city website. We are actively looking to fill this position. In today's labor market, have not had a lot of interest. I have spoken with a gentleman who lives in Raven Gap, who is a communications specialist at a church in Highlands, that he is interested in the position. We're trying to work out some of those details to see if he may be a good fit. He's got website maintenance experience. He's also a pretty good photographer. I've seen some of his stuff, and so we're having talks. But right now, unfortunately, most of my effort with everything I've got going on has had to resort to keeping the city website with everything going on with it. But you have a chance to look at the Visit Sky Valley. I believe the logo that was decided on is up there. And we've had people that call, and we are directing people to the site, particularly when we get calls, people wanting to know about what places to stay or places to eat, et cetera, et cetera. So it is being used, and I'll just stop there.
Helen and Clyburn, I've been trying to get together this week. So I will say that we have finally got an appointment for this afternoon, and she has agreed to work on the history page. So we'll be getting that forward, but I guess we just really need a person that knows how to do this. We're kind of at a standstill as far as how to put it all together without a trained person to do it.
Well, like I said, I've got a guy that I'm talking to, trying to work out some details. Maybe he would be at the office some. He might be working remotely some. I don't really have a problem with that as long as the productivity is there. But and again, we're working through some things. He would continue to work with his part-time job at the church in Highlands. If we can work our schedules out, I'm leaning towards giving him a shot. Again, he maintains a website now of his own. He has photography and things up there, and he has a social media presence. He's a former college professor, so he seems like he's pretty bright and articulate. His name is Johnny. I don't have his information in front of me now, but he's local. He lives in Raven Gap, and there's some potential there.
Okay. Any further comments? All righty, let's go on to the next item, Forward Raven Marketing Board Meeting Report. Jamie?
we, meet once a month. Basically, there's not really anything different from the last time. There's still a lot of advertising going on. The budget was cut, so there's going to be probably some cutbacks on the wide range that we've done, but we're still, I think we are going to be in, the regional Southern Livings and Good Housekeeping still again. And they are working on bike trails, maybe working something out for bike trails in the county. But other than that, really, it's just moving along.
Okay.
Jamie, if we get you the information, I know the Special Projects Committee is working on the July 2nd events and also Fall Fest. How soon do we need to get you all the information on the July 2nd events to possibly advertise through Forward Raven?
I don't know how soon, but I would say as soon as you could.
Okay, all right. Well, I know that the Special Projects Committee is meeting June the 1st, so I will encourage that we get some. Do we send it to you and then you will take care of it, or do you want us to send it immediately to CJ?
Either way, if you'll send it to me, I'll get it to CJ
Okay.
and talk with her about it
Okay.
too.
Okay, great.
Good. Very good. Okay, the next item on the agenda is the revised Visit Sky Valley logo. Did I hear you, Jason, saying now that has now been uploaded onto the website?
It has. I'm actually looking at the Visit Sky Valley website now.
Yes.
Somebody has, there's activity. Somebody has posted the breakfast on there, so that's good.
Yeah.
Under festivals and events under the calendar portion. So, but yeah, the logo is there.
The updated logo, because I know I looked at it.
There's some functionality there. I've noticed that I guess either Rhonda or the Lawsons, where we have been putting notifications to the city website and city Facebook page. For example, the World Water Advisory, I'm seeing notifications there. So, there's activity, but we hope to have more as soon as we can get it.
Okay. Okay, any additional comment on the logo at all? I think that's okay. All right, let's go down to the oh, okay. The Sky Valley timeshare follow-up comments from our April 28th meeting. And I just briefly going to review what we said. And Harry, I'm rereading from our minutes. Harry Collins suggested the group should explore their contacts, as there are folks who specialize in working with entities like this who may be experiencing difficulties such as being discussed. The group as a whole concluded everyone should brainstorm ideas, networks with their respected contacts and revisit this issue in the near future. Any comments on it? I guess I didn't want to let it go, or is it too early? Has there been any further discussion on that, or should we do anything on it? Or timeshare?
I'm not sure there is anything to do. Holly, you say what you think about this until they get to the point where they're starting to buy each other out or coming to a closer to the end of what they've got going. Does anybody have a feel about that?
I think that's right on, Jamie. Unless they reach out to us, the city or the marketing committee, and they're asking for help or suggestions. Yeah. I think we made it pretty clear during the meeting with the board chairman that, we would be glad to help them in any way.
Yeah. So at this point, really do nothing until, we made it clear what we wanted. So there's really nothing we should do as a follow-up. We're trying to contact people or in the industry to try to help them out. We felt they needed help.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you, I've talked to some people, and the more experts that I talk to, the more confusing it gets.
Yes.
It's one of the toughest, just malfunctioning
Business.
and that you can imagine. And so it's kind of a no way out black hole of ownership. And so that's, you know, that's the clearest picture I can give you.
So at this point, there's no follow-up at this point.
Unless they can get together a group of owners that
Yes.
has one building and they want to get rid of that building, then
Yes.
let's talk to them.
Okay.
Well, Gordon, maybe you can touch base with Jerry and just say that as a committee, that we are concerned and that if we can help in any way, please let us know. I guess that'd be the best way to go about it.
I can do that. I think I don't want to leave it like we're a little proactive, trying to have, okay.
Yeah.
I will do that. That makes sense. Okay.
Well, they're a really important institution in Sky Valley, and they're very prominent visually in our community. And if they're in danger of going bankrupt or, disappearing in confusion or just sitting there rotting away without maintenance like they are right now, that's a problem for all of us in the city. And we want all our institutions to prosper. So
I think
the city's
somehow we
definitely
got,
interested.
even though it's gone south, we still got to be involved, in my opinion. Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do that part. Okay, good. All righty. Let's talk about.
Gordon, excuse me, Gordon, you never did hear from Jerry after his board meeting as to what they discussed
No,
in regards to our offers or anything?
no, I have not. Typically, I am the one that has to follow up and follow
Right.
up. And
Well,
there's
when
been-
you call him, possibly you can ask, what his board decided.
Okay, I can do that. I will. Good. That'll be the follow-up. Good. Okay, let's go to the budget, 2000 budget, 22 budget. Well, good news, as everyone knows, City Council approved it. Many thanks. It was an interesting discussion, but we went through. I wanted to start off as we look at it, take individual items and see how we should handle it. Again, Gulf Life, as we take the Gulf Life contract. That's been approved. Who needs to sign that? I know there's a city representative. I want to get that signed. Suggestions on that?
That would be me.
Yeah, Holly's been signing it, so.
Holly, would you, I guess, the follow-up, any issue that can get signed?
No problem.
Yeah, Holly, I'll send you a new one. And if
Okay.
If Jason needs to see it too, I can copy him.
Yeah, we'll take care of it, Gordon.
Okay, thank you. Going down the issue, the other one, of course, was all discussion is in terms of Steve Dingberg's contract. And again, there was a lot of lively discussion on it and we prevailed. That's got to be signed, and I don't know who would sign it, and there's checks that, got to go out and so forth. But more important, we wanted to talk about is how the discussion is, and it was discussed earlier, the videos and the images we want, and then how do we go about approving them? And so I guess at this point, wanted to discuss a little bit about, again, we've talked it over and over, what do we want as a committee? And then the second part of it is images, and then we have to communicate, of course, that to Steve. And Steve wants that. Everything you see, he says, tell me, how do I get organized, which dates and so forth. So I think the first part it would be is, what do we want? Make a list that everything we want. And so as a committee, we are sure at the end of Steve's contract, we have everything that we wanted. And that's fair enough. And then the other is we come back, set up dates for these events, activities. And the third is we review them. So at the end of the year, everything is done. It's not all of a sudden that we didn't get what we wanted. So, and I like what you're talking about, Doug, you're, evaluating monthly or after shoots, we can look at them and really, we like this. Oh, we need more of this. And at the end of the year, man, it's just, everything is done.
Yeah,
So-
I think, just to reiterate there, I think if anybody's got any ideas, whatever, since we're gonna make Gordon the liaison, let's send it to Gordon. And then Gordon can send it to me and Steve, because he talks to Steve almost as much as he talked to me. So, so that way, and then the way I would suggest is, like I said, we send you the links, you look at them, And then like we did last year, when we started having some things we wanted to put out there, now we can't have 15 people trying to pick out pictures. So we pick out the best 5, 6 or whatever that we're going to use for, let's just say 2 pictures or whatever. Absolutely, we can send you guys and say, hey, what do you think? And I think we did that last year. It was, I don't know if it was Jim or Ed or one of you said, hey, I like the golfing picture by the fireplace. And so, you know, things like that makes it real simple. So we're not just going to shoot something out. It's got to go through you guys in terms of, you know, the picture of Rayburn County ad or video or stuff like that. So we would make sure y'all saw it all. So it should be really, so. But just, I would send everything to Gordon and let's start that way.
Gordon, I would suggest that possibly you you contact all the leaders of the various venues, and not venues, but organizations like the Garden Club, the POA, the city, and have them send you in advance all the different activities that they have going on so that you can get with Steve and Doug to schedule the photography and the videos. That would be my first suggestion, like the president of the Garden Club and the president of the club and the president of the POA, so that we get these dates in there for Steve to come and take pictures of, as well as I know you're going to set up stuff for the trails and the pickleball and croquet, and, you know, just get all these events going so he knows when to come up.
Yeah.
The other question, I have a question now, is Steve going to store the videos and the pictures on that same cloud website, Doug, so that we can see them? Is that's what you're saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Good.
I've said my piece now, Gordon, go.
Yes. If you got comments, maybe somebody could send it to me. I possibly don't know all the activities, and just say, here are all the activities, so that I'll put it together. Send me your ideas, what you want, so we get it all. And
Well, that's what I'm saying. Contact the Garden Club and all them.
yeah, yes, someone do that, then contacts, and I'll do that.
And the POA and all that, yeah, so that we have these dates in advance, and it's just like,
Right,
you know,
absolutely.
they're happening tomorrow. Can you come up, Steve, tomorrow? That's not fair to him.
Steve, as you see all his comments, he's asking for it. He's asked it.
Yeah, right,
you know,
right.
He has to, like any busy person, he has to have a schedule and put it together.
So can he store videos let me see if I go to the comments myself. Can Steve, if he's on there, can you store the videos on the same web storage area that you use?
Talking to me?
No, I'm talking to Steve. Is he online?
No.
Oh, never mind then.
that was an
We'll
issue.
find out.
I was
Really?
wondering, I'm like, Steve, we don't have Steve. No, but I've already texted him. I haven't heard back from him.
Okay, all right, thank you.
About some stuff. So, but yeah, we definitely need to get the dates, the schedule, so we can professionally just say, hey, Steve, this is what we'd like to do, so we can put it on his calendar.
Right.
And go from there. So.
Gordon, I will send you all the names and emails, contact information for all the leaders of the organization, so you can get with them.
That's fantastic. Very good.
And what can Gordon tell them about the citywide calendar of events that we're going to put on the website? I think,
Yeah,
is that the Sky Valley Visit Sky Valley website?
Yeah.
Or
Jason or Jamie, you want to answer that?
It is the City Sky Valley website, and I was just gonna ask Holly, would you copy me when you send Gordon the names of all the heads of clubs, and I will talk to them about turning in or contacting, make sure they get all their events on the calendar.
10-4.
Fantastic. Very good.
cool.
Yeah. Does that, Holly, if I'm mistaken, think that'll answer what we're looking at? You know, it was a little contentious initially getting this through, and I'm glad it prevailed. And you see there's so much out there. This will answer the issues that came up about the value of the
Yep.
photography. agreement.
Yep.
Good, fantastic. Any other questions about it? We go on to the next item.
Well, I've got one quick
Yeah.
comment. You can jot down, Suzanne is doing a presentation today at lunchtime with the Sky Valley Book Club.
Right. That was one of the organizations I was going to contact too. Thank
Yes.
you, Harry.
Sally Sheeran
Right.
is the principal in that one, and so she can give you the details on those meetings.
Right. Thank you, Harry. Also, there's a great contingency of people playing a card game called Hand and Foot, and they do, they meet weekly, I think it is, or monthly, I'm not sure, and they eat together. Yeah, so I'm going to try to include all of that as well as the book club.
Good.
Very good, fantastic. Okay, any other business that we're talking about this time? Anything else we should be discussing? Comments?
Gordon, have you got the money from the club, the 5,000 or not?
No, I have not. I said, at this point, we'll need both the.
I'll see Roy a little later today, and I'll get it for you.
Ed, in your case, Ed, I was the same way. Are we at a position now we can, send the money to the city?
We have sent today, we wrote a check this morning for half of the amount. So $2,500 is being sent to you immediately.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Checks
you.
in the-
Balance will
checks in the
probably come
mail.
in August or September based on need.
Yeah.
Hey,
okay,
Gordon.
I'm sorry.
Gordon, we have received some of the country club is sending some payments in. They're sending it in installments, and I think we've received three.
Very
Three
good.
1,000 installments.
Very
Good.
Fantastic. Thank you. Okay. Next item is the next meeting date. I suggested not the last Thursday, but June the 23rd because of 4th of July. Is that any issues there? Is there a motion? Can we do the June 23rd? That's on a
I'm
Thursday.
okay with that.
Sounds
I'm
good to
okay
me.
with that.
Okay, great.
Works for me.
Fantastic. So very good. Motion then that we'll have the meeting on June the 23rd. All righty. Is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I move we adjourn.
Second,
Very good.
second.
Thank you.
Anida.
Very good.
Sign it up.
Thank you again. We
Thank
finished.
y'all.
Thank you, Gordon.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you,
we
Gordon.
finished in less than an hour. That was great. Thank you.
Thanks, Gordon. Appreciate all your help.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you,
you.
everybody.
Very
Thank
good.
you.
We see you later. Have a good one.